come through what is a coming through the host
100.
nation.
And we still have the associate member qualifiers.
Yes.
Ryan Harrington coming through to take one of those places last night. Great achievement by him.
He's in action later on today against Kim Hybrex. We'll see this evening if there's perhaps a few more in, and the Belgian players could benefit because we do have an extra Belgian player in the field this weekend. But let's see if Penhall can take out the Shanghai. Oh, hitting doubles again that he doesn't want. And missing the ones that he does.
Yeah, that's the irony, isn't it? He's hit two doubles that he didn't want already in this match, and it's only the fourth leg. 61 here for Searle. So bullseye for a 3-1 lead.
96.
He is looking good, Ryan Searle. It's all looking very smooth. It always looks smooth, but it's also looking very straight.
That very angular tilt of the head from Penhall, almost peering over his right elbow as he sizes it up. Closer to the double 11, and that's inside as well. So Penhall again looking at double 2.
Well, this is the only one he's hitting when he wants so far. He does remind me, Darren Penhall.
Please tell me, because he reminds me of somebody.
It's the sort of lean and tilt that he's got that reminds me of Wes Newton when he's throwing. But I don't think Wes would like that comparison, having seen him just miss all those darts of double. But Ryan Searle obliges by missing some himself.
Well, that projected average for Ryan Searle might be just taking a bit of a nosedive as a result of this leg. Missed darts at double for both players so far. That's really awkward, the way that's pitched up. And he's overcompensated, double 1. Somehow just about scrapes over the line and levels things up once again. 2-2.
Well, playing on the Pro Tour, it was a new experience for Darren Penhall. He played Q School last year, didn't get through. He said he just wasn't ready for it. But this year he acquitted himself very well and was consistent over the 4 days to earn his card and take his place in the PDC Tour. But it is very different playing in Barnsley and Wigan and playing up on this stage, even when you've not got many fans in.
58.
You see, Ryan Searle has had darts to win every single leg, multiple darts. He's won a couple of them, but he's failed to get that break of throw that would make his life a lot easier. And he is under real pressure now from Darren Penhall, who could quite conceivably be 4-0 down here,
95.
but he's putting himself in a position to break and go 3-2 up.
Yeah, and I think that'll be in the back of Searle's mind that he should be more comfortable than he is, and all of a sudden he's just beginning to look a little bit concerned at the back of the stage. He's muttering to himself and he's shaking his head.
99.
Potentially 11 darts are coming in for Darren Penhall, the Cornishman. Oh, now then, there's pressure.
160.
Oh, wonderful. 168 to leave tops for Ryan Searle. Now then, Darren Penhall, the doubles have been very, very tricky for you. But if you can just ping this in 2 or 3 darts, it's got to be 12s. Big safe 12.
He's got a marker there, of sorts.
57. Ryan, you require 40.
Probably a better effort at the bull than some of his efforts at double.
A
great series of 4 darts from Ryan Searle. 168 to leave tops, pins it first dart. It's only a hole to throw, but from the position he was in, with Penhall going off 180, 140, that will feel like a break.
Yeah, that will be almost priceless for Ryan Searle. That's just what he needed when it just looked as though he might be beginning to wobble and beginning to struggle up there.
60.
Penhall, a tour card winner at Q School this year via the Order of Merit. He got the second to last place on the Order of Merit. He wasn't actually totally sure going into the final day what his situation was. He was under the impression that he was going to have to make the final at least or win it, and when he was knocked out he felt that was it, but it was only when he was later reminded by his wife, who was accompanying him in Wigan.
And picked his walk-on song for today, I understand.
Right, and she also paid his entrance fee for
yes,
Q School.
was it a present?
A Christmas present,
yeah.
yeah. Now, loads of people did that as well, and I think, well, my word, no wonder the numbers of participants at Q School have swelled when people are buying it as a Christmas present. But this time, on this occasion, in this case, it was certainly worthwhile.
Well, he's already won a few games on the tour. He made a board final, lost to Gabriel Clemens. Won his first game against Steve West, his very first game on the tour. I mean, that's a good win, that is.
And he also had a very good win against Robert Thornton in the qualifying for this. He led 5-1 in that. He was pegged back to a decider, but came through a nervy finale. So, yeah, it could be the gift that keeps on giving, this for Darren Penhall, literally.
So, yeah, he's beaten Robert Thornton, three-time major winner, all-time great. Steve West, a man who is a regular in semi-finals in ranking events. Darryl Gurney, the two-time major winner he's beaten, and Karol Sedlacek.
And Willie O'Connor.
And Willie O'Connor.
And the other qualifier for this, yeah.
So, it's not a bad list of names to have taken out in, what, 6-7 weeks of Pro Tour action. That's quite a long way off. He was looking at 25 for double 18. 14 for tops. That's the route.
21. Ryan, you require 70.
Looks unconvincing. When I've seen him play before, he's looked quite solid. Not flashy, but solid. But here, there's darts missing by quite 30. A distance. And Ryan Searle is letting him off and continues
40.
To let him off because he's had darts to win every single leg on the Penhall throw, and he's not managed to hit any of them.
Continue to go with the throw. 3 apiece. Ryan Searle pegged back once again. 17 darts leg for Darren Penhall, the best of the match so far from him, but much more convincing from Ryan Searle in the main, as you can see, 14, 12 and 13. But frustration for Searle because he is throwing well, he's in the main finishing well. Just that one scruffy leg really when he handed it over to Darren Penhall.
Well, that's the thing, is Darren Penhall can keep winning scrappy legs on his own throw and just get one good one against the Searle throw. It looked like he had it earlier on. He had 82 staring at him after 9 darts. But there we see, we're not seeing a check out higher than 41. That is because both of them are missing loads of doubles. Yeah. And if you're going to finish any combination shot, 55. You've obviously got to pin the double first or second dart. That's just not happening, really. Not very often.
Just another little side note as well. We talked about the flags. One or two people might be wondering why there isn't an Australian flag on their screen right now, but that's just fake news. Darren Penhall did live in Australia, worked in Australia for 3 years or so. He played a bit of darts on the DPA circuit, did okay on that as well. Before returning home, it was just something he wanted to fulfil on life's long bucket list. Fair play to him.
Well, it's kind of a weird one, Darren Penhall. Hello, hang on. Ooh. Be interested to see if Ryan Searle would have gone for it. Might well have hit it.
On that evidence, yeah.
But Darren Penhall, darts, it has been a part of his life for a long while. I mean, he's a guy in his 40s. But it's been sporadic. He's just walked away and not played for 2-3 years at a time and then gone off to Australia, played a little bit. He really has mixed it up. Okay, well, that's not what he was going for.
Just as well that Penhall's on a bogey number here anyway, which was careless from his point of view.
But he could have been coming back looking at double 8, which is what he wanted to do. Instead, he's looking at that double 17 he's already missed. And Darren Penhall to apply some pressure. Yeah.
That's a brilliant setup if he gets the opportunity now. But he won't get the opportunity because Ryan Searle has found his shooting boots once again, 4-3.
Flick Darren to throw first. Game on.
And he seems to have been, from what I've heard as well, just struck with very untimely problems with his fitness. He had a shoulder injury fairly recently, and again took another bit of time away from the hockey.
Well, if Darren Penhall was going to make waves in the PDC, he's going to have to produce a better standard than he has produced so far. And he's looked solid.
39.
He's looked competitive, but it's not suggested that he's going to be a guy we're going to be seeing in quarters and semis and finals on a regular basis. However, it is very early days, and just let's see,
60.
give him the first year, see where he's at, see what levels he can produce. If at the end of the first year he's put in a couple of displays which make you think, well, hang on, there is something there,
140.
then it's something he can work towards finding that consistency in his second year. Ryan Searle is a man who has gone months on the PDC Tour without winning a game, and yet is now a title winner and looks really, really good at times. He's a streaky player, but he's a very, very good player. Gary Anderson was singing his praises last night after his win in the Premier League. And he should do, because he was taking Gary to school at the World Championship until the two-time world champ put in a very good comeback from 3-1 down to win 4-3.
Yeah, that was agonising for Ryan Searle. But again, he's another player that's beaten some of the best fairly recently as well. That run to the final against Van Gerwen on the Pro Tour. He beat Gerwin Price, Michael Smith and Glenn Durrant. That's 3 Premier League players right there and then. De Zwaan, I think, was his semi-final opponent as well. Did you speak to Searle, by the way, after that?
I did.
I read the quotes. He said he does this thing where he plays out scenarios in his head when he's practicing. He says he practices a lot in my little man cave. Has he literally got a little man? I can imagine this because he lives.
It's not a literal cave.
No, but I mean, you know, he's got this. He lives in Somerset, and it just lends itself to this, you know, Arthurian legendary.
81. Right, you require 86.
Well, we'll come back to that in a moment, because this looks like the moment that Ryan Searle can get a grip of this game.
70.
It isn't just yet.
But he's on the verge of it, yeah.
Yeah, perhaps doesn't surprise you that the 86 checkout wasn't pinned, but I mean, he's every single leg on the Penhall throw, there have been opportunities.
57.
Surely he's not going to keep on spurning them, because if he does, he's in danger of losing this game, sleepwalking out of the tournament. There it is. We have the break, and Ryan Searle goes 2 legs clear for the first time. Raise the eyebrows. I think you'd have to say he deserves it in this contest, but you've got to hit your doubles. But yes, Ryan Searle, it's the same thing, you know, when you're a kid and you're playing football and you scream the name of your favourite player, sticks it in the top, commentate on yourself. That's basically what he does down the man cave. So he's there practicing away, imagining, oh, so in a final with Michael Van Gerwen, I've got to win the last 2 legs. That's what he did.
Easy one.
And it worked. It works. It's very, very basic sort of psychological training, if you like. Yeah. He was 100. Ready to do it when the chance came.
An imaginary fist bump if it goes to a deciding leg with fresh air. Maybe even an imaginary post-match interview as well with you.
Maybe. I mean, I suggest he's probably got better things to be doing with his time.
96.
Winner of this will take on Mensur Suljovic, the number 6 seed here this weekend, who has been playing some good darts so far on the tour without getting, producing any massive runs.
But that can be said for a lot of people, actually.
Yeah, it can.
Because given the standard we've seen so far, given the numbers we've seen so far.
Yeah, speak to Luke Humphries, who we see this afternoon.
Speak to Dirk van Dijvenbode.
Oh, yeah. He's playing some fabulous darts at the minute, is Dirk, but not getting as much reward as you might expect.
$100. Oh, you've got 133.
So it was the perfect time to break for Searle in the 8th leg, because he's throwing first here, and he's in the frame here to finish things off here and now in the 9th.
93.
And leaves himself tops for the match. It's fair to say it's been a low-key start to the Euro Tour in 2020, but it looks like we're about to see one of the winners and the Players' Championship Series already this year kick off his European campaign with victory and condemn Darren Penhall to a debut defeat. And Double 10 does just that. A 6-3 win. He looks stronger right the way through the game, Ryan Searle. For much of it, he could not put Darren Penhall away, but the average is there. You see 12 points in it. No surprise to see a 3-leg winning margin, and it is heavy metal Ryan Searle who'll take on the gentle Mensur Suljovic in the 2nd round tomorrow. The Euro Tour is underway here at the Belgian Darts Championship. Andy Bolton and Andy Hamilton go head-to-head next.
congratulations with your win. I noted 15 times you threw higher than 140 and with an average of 91.91. Are you happy with this win?
I'll take that. The first game's always hard, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow now.
What do you expect for the tournament?
I'm looking to do well. You know, I've been playing well lately. Obviously won a Pro Tour a couple of weeks ago. Last weekend didn't turn up. Maybe didn't put enough effort in the week, but it was a lot to take in winning my first event. And I'm looking well here.
Okay, perfect. Good luck next game and see you soon.